Yo guys,
I'm back and in the best shape of my life.
and welcome back to another Dragon Ball What If video. Alright, anyway, enough of the cringe. As you can tell from the title, today we're going to see what if Gohan was killed instead of Trunks in the Cell games. So as you guys can probably tell, this is going to take place after Cell comes back to life. So let's just jump straight to when Cell explodes on King Kai's planet. So as you all probably know, Goku uses instant transmission to go to King Kai's planet, and obviously Cell explodes there. But as you all know, Cell's going to come back to Earth where the Z fighters are, and this is where the timeline is now going to change. So instead of Cell shooting at Trunks, he's going to take the shot at Gohan instead. Cell does this because he knows without Gohan, the Z fighters have no chance at beating him. And before any of the Z fighters can react, Gohan falls. Due to Cell's new power, Gohan straight away is defeated. And once the Z fighters have realized what's happened, they all stare at Cell in shock. None of them know what to do because none of them have the power like Gohan or Goku did to defeat Cell. Even Vegeta is powerless to defeat Cell as his power is incomparable to the Z fighters. As each and every one of them cowers in fear, one of them completely loses it. And that person is none other than future Trunks. Trunks remembers future Gohan from his timeline, and he remembers how he couldn't save him, and now he couldn't even save the Gohan in this timeline. As Trunks comes to this realization, he unleashes all of his power. Trunks screams in rage, his new power exceeding even Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 form. Trunks has now reached Super Saiyan 2 as well, but due to his rage he gets an even stronger boost in power. Trunks instantly charges at Cell, knowing he must avenge both Gohans. Cell is completely taken aback by what's happened. He thought without Gohan it's going to be easy pickings from here, but Trunks uses all his power and absolutely beats down Cell. Cell is completely defenseless against what Trunks is doing, and so as the fight draws to a close, Trunks unleashes a final flash, instantly killing Cell and destroying every last one of his cells. The fight was so quick none of the Z fighters could even register what was happening, but Cell was defeated and that's all they cared about, and without wasting any time, all of them approached Kami's lookout as quickly as they could. As soon as the Dragon Balls had been gathered, they made the wish to revive Gohan, but like normal, Goku would choose to not be revived, and so now things begin to change from the regular timeline even more. With Trunks now being the strongest warrior on Earth, he feels it's his duty to protect Gohan at any cost. So Trunks chooses to stay in this timeline, but not before saving his own timeline and bringing Bulma to the present timeline. Instead of Vegeta never fighting again, he wants to train with his son, so now for the next 7 years, Trunks and Vegeta are going to train together. But at the same time, Trunks wants to train with Gohan. So from time to time, Gohan, Vegeta and Trunks are all going to train together. And so the next 7 years would continue as normal, except now there's going to be a stronger Vegeta, Gohan and now future Trunks in the timeline. This will continue up until the World Martial Arts Tournament, and this is where Goku is going to come back and fight. So like normal, everyone gathers and the same people are going to fight in the same categories. The only difference is instead of Krillin, it's going to be Trunks who fights instead. The matches go on like normal until Spopovich vs Videl happens. Spopovich brutally attacks Videl, and Gohan's rage is out of control, and Trunks knows how much Gohan cares about Videl. So the two of them decide to step in and take Spopovich off Videl. Both of them are instantly disqualified from the tournament, but before they can react to that, Spopovich grabs them both. This is then followed by Yamu, who drains both of their energies. Then they both quickly leave with the energy they gathered, and now it's much more than in the normal timeline. This is because even though they're not Super Saiyans, they have so much more strength than they regularly would have. So now Gohan, Trunks, Vegeta and Goku all go after Spopovich and Yamu, and this leads the four of them to Dabura and Bobody. Like normal, Vegeta is going to take on Pui Pui, followed by Goku who takes on Yakon. And for the final fight against Dabura, Trunks and Gohan are going to team up to easily defeat him. However, the immense power the four of them showed meant that Bobody had enough power now to restore Majin Buu. Supreme Kai and now Kibito Kai warned them how dangerous this fight is going to be, but Vegeta's arrogance makes him want to fight Majin Buu first. While this is all happening, Vegeta didn't even realize Bobody was trying to control his mind. His power is just so strong that Bobody's mind control has no effect at all. So Vegeta's fight against Majin Buu begins. He starts out at Super Saiyan 2, which is enough to keep him at bay, but as Vegeta begins to get careless, he doesn't realize Majin Buu is preparing something, and all of a sudden Majin Buu turns Vegeta into chocolate. At this point, Gohan and Trunks realize they need to take this fight a little more serious, so the two of them begin charging up. And after they both begin charging up for quite some time, both of them achieve Super Saiyan 3. Now with their combined power, both at Super Saiyan 3, Majin Buu is nothing to them. However, every time Buu is defeated, he just regenerates the part of his body that was injured. At one point, Trunks unleashes a final flash and Gohan unleashes a Kamehameha. This injures Buu so badly, he ends up splitting in two. On the battlefield now, there's the good Buu and the evil Majin Buu. And without wasting another second, the evil Buu absorbs good Buu. And now Goku, Trunks, and Gohan all have to fight Super Buu. And before Goku can even charge up to Super Saiyan 3, Super Buu eats Chocolate Vegeta. And so the three of them, all at Super Saiyan 3, now need to fight a Super Buu that has absorbed Vegeta. This same Vegeta has the capabilities to go Super Saiyan 3. Despite the power of all three of them with Super Saiyan 3, they stand no chance against Super Buu. One by one they are each beaten down by Super Buu, leaving them near dead. Just before Buu is about to take out Goku, Supreme Kai has an idea. He decides to give Gohan and Trunks a Potara earring each. Without a second thought, the two of them put on the Potara earring, and instantly the two of them join bodies. And with the two of them now fused, Gohanks is born. Gohanks knows not to waste any more time, so they instantly transform into a Super Saiyan. This power completely overwhelms Buu, especially when Gohanks unleashes a final Kamehameha. This power is enough to separate Vegeta and the good Buu from evil Majin Buu. And once Gohanks knows Vegeta is safe, they unleash another final Kamehameha and finish the job. As soon as they do this, the fusion ends. But since none of them know Good Buu is actually good, they end him as well because they think it's just another Majin Buu. And so the four of them return back to the World Martial Arts Tournament. But they're a little too late as Mr. Satan has already been crowned the World Champion. And as a result, Goku realizes it's too dangerous for him not to be on Earth anymore. So the Z-Fighters gather the Dragon Balls and use them to wish Goku back to life. And so for the next few months, the Z-Fighters live in peace. Goku, Vegeta, Trunks and Gohan all regularly train together, pushing each other to their limits and beyond. However, one of these training sessions is soon disrupted. Each of them find themselves turned into kids. This is a result of Goma, the king of the demon realm, using the Dragon Balls. However, this time, not everyone is turned into a kid. This is because Goma used the Dragon Balls to wish everyone who fought Majin Buu to turn into kids. So characters such as Piccolo, Krillin, Kid Trunks and Goten wouldn't turn younger. Even though this is the case, Goku, Vegeta, Trunks and Gohan are all still so much stronger than they should be. So with the help of Supreme Kai, the 8 of them all go into the Demon Realm. And so they each split off to go and find the 3 Dragon Balls scattered across the Demon Realm. And with their power, the Tamagami stand no chance against the Z-Fighters. And before Goma can even realise what's happening, the Z-Fighters approach him before he's even got the 3rd evil eye. So in this timeline, Goma stands no chance against them. This means the events of Dragon Ball Daima are incredibly short, so Goku easily defeats Goma just as a regular Super Saiyan, and all of them return to the regular size. But not even a few months later, a new threat is approaching Earth. This threat is none other than Beerus and Whis. Instead of finding Goku on King Kai's planet, Beerus goes straight to Earth. This is because Goku and the rest of the Z-Fighters are celebrating Bulma's birthday. And like normal, Beerus wants to find the Super Saiyan God. And the only person who knows who Beerus is Vegeta. So as Beerus threatens to blow up the Earth, each of them take turns on Beerus.
Hey, yo!
But obviously Beerus defeats all of them with ease. This includes Gohan, Vegeta, Trunks and Goku who stand no chance against him. So Goku decides to ask Shenron for help. And obviously Shenron tells him how to perform the Super Saiyan God ritual. However, the strongest person in this timeline is Trunks. So Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Kid Trunks and Goten decide to put their power into Trunks. This means using Videl and Pan for the ritual isn't required. And so the 6 of them perform the Super Saiyan God ritual, forming Trunks into a Super Saiyan God. At this point, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks would have been about as strong as Super Saiyan God Goku in the main timeline anyway. So even though Trunks is defeated by Beerus as a Super Saiyan God, he has well pushed Beerus past 20% of his power. So unlike the main timeline, Beerus immediately invites Trunks to his planet to train. This obviously includes Goku and Vegeta, who weren't far behind Trunks at Super Saiyan 3. And due to the bond that Gohan and Trunks have formed in this timeline, Gohan chooses to go with Trunks instead of study. So the 4 of them begin their training under Whis and Beerus at his planet. At first, Whis wants to help Vegeta, Goku and Gohan all unlock Super Saiyan God. And with the help of Trunks who's already unlocked Super Saiyan God, it isn't hard for them to do so. But due to the 4 of them training so hard together, the version of Super Saiyan God in this timeline is much stronger than the original. And with the 4 of them already at Super Saiyan God, they choose to do their training separately. This will consist of Gohan and Trunks training together, while Goku and Vegeta train together. And for the next year, they choose to all train and perfect God Ki, not even caring that they haven't reached Super Saiyan Blue yet. However, as time goes on, like normal, Frieza is revived by the Dragon Balls, but this time Frieza is made aware that Trunks is still on Earth. This gives Frieza the bright idea to seek other people who help him get revenge on Trunks. And after learning more about the battles that have taken place over the years on Earth, Frieza realizes there's someone else who wants to take revenge on Trunks as well, and that person is of course Cell. So Frieza gets his soldiers to once again gather the Dragon Balls, and once all 7 Dragon Balls have been gathered on Earth, they make the wish to revive Cell. And because Frieza gets 3 wishes, he chooses to revive King Cold as well. And for the final wish, Frieza obviously chooses to grow taller, meaning that the events of the Broly movie cannot take place. And so Frieza and Cell decide to meet and form an alliance together. But they both know they're significantly weaker than the main Z-Fighters, so they both go to train together. So every day for the next 6 months, Frieza and Cell train together. And with enough training, the 2 of them both unlock a new form. But in my opinion, that's where I feel like part 2 should pick up. I already feel like this part was quite rushed, so let me know if I should speed it up or slow down in the next episode. But this video is definitely going to have a part 2 because this is probably the most interesting what if story I've ever done. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching to the end. Comment this timestamp if you did watch to the end as well. And if you want to see part 2 or a different what if, comment down below and definitely subscribe so you get notified when the next video comes out. Another big thank you for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.